Hey everyone, it's Ken.
Ray.
Two Drunk Brothers Garage.
Part
12.
Part 12. Exactly the day after part 11 ended. We did do a parts run first thing this morning after Kenny got done with his work safety meeting. I'll film it and we'll show you everything we got. Surprisingly, they had basically everything.
Other than
lower and upper radiator hoses.
Yeah, radiator hose. We did have to have a oil filter come in a little bit later today.
Yep.
And one of the V-belts.
Yep, for the fan.
And then spark plug boilers, we had a special order of those. Those will be in on this
Monday.
coming on a Monday.
And we'll do the spark plugs at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyhow, so Kenny's gonna start in the engine bay tackling the
alternator and the power steering pump, and then
I'm gonna lay down underneath, get the starter going.
And the trans plug.
We did find
one.
something hopefully suitable.
Yeah, and the little cover.
I got a cover. We also got to find a dust shield for the flywheel, and we don't know if we
have one, or it might be. We have a bunch of totes of parts that it could be in.
But we don't remember taking it off, so
right.
It's not in the pile of parts on the truck. So.
Or in the cab.
Yep. But after Kenny gets the engine set up, then we can do the radiator. I'm going to work underneath, like I said, do the exhaust. Got to get the exhaust at least back a little bit. We're going to change the smokestacks out. But if we don't get to that today, that's fine.
Right. I
can start adding the drive shafts in, all the good jazz.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, part 12. Here we go.
So here's our parts haul from the day. We went ahead and just got a whole case of brake clean because we use it. Got some brake fluid, power steering fluid, 3 concentrated Prestone antifreeze. And Kenny's got a bunch of 80 weight, but we just got a gallon to add to what he's got. We think it's going to be about 6 or 7 quarts. He's got, we did get 1 fan belt. Like he said, we could wait on another one. We're waiting on the oil filter. We did pick up a rubber O-ring for here. The oil filter comes with the new O-ring that goes up into the base of the block that tightens to. That's the Gates part number for that belt. We got some heater core hose. And we're just, the radiator hoses, we might have to get made locally, we'll see. But we're ready to rock and roll. So I'm gonna get down. Kenny's already turning wrenches on the alternator. I'm gonna get down, do the starter, and then just kind of clean up the transmission, work on my way back with the exhaust and drive shaft, and hopefully get old Bertha back together today. At least running today. Okay, so here's the plug that they had, and we did all of our shopping at O'Reilly's, but it is a fit, and it's tightening up.
Oh, did you want to put some of that stuff on it?
It's tightening up, and it feels like these might be tapered threads.
So we're just gonna tighten this up a little bit here. And it's 1 1/16. If we notice it leaking, we can pull it out and maybe put a little Teflon around it. But transmission plug success. I did notice just now when I got down here, this is the lever that goes to the parking brake to engage. That whole assembly right there is the parking brake, and it needs to go towards the front of the truck. So I'm gonna have to pull that pin out and flip this around so it's up there by that bracket right there. But I gotta do that. But next thing, I'm gonna go up and start installing the starter.
And I gotta take everything out.
Good old Big Bertha. She's
Gotta fight us.
but she's, fought us, but she's taught us. This is a hokey. It took us a little bit of time. We had to go back to one of our old videos. It did not look like this power steering belt was going to clear this big bolt, but once you get it tightened up down there, it's close, but I don't know. We'll find out, but anyhow, she's fought us, but she's taught us, and I'm still working on the starters in. I just got to get that top bolt down there tightened up and then get it wired up and then on to the next thing.
You know what?
Okay, I went in back to O'Reilly's, got our second belt that came in, picked up some hose clamps because we're gonna need a few. Kenny got the power steering wrapped up. Lot more clearance on that belt now. He got the alternator done. He got the starter finished up and wired. We're working on the clutch assembly. Right now, we're gonna get down there and do that. We still gotta hook up the 2 coil wires here. Just gotta see if I remember which way we went with that. And we got the new Wix filter, and it actually came with 2 O-rings in there, believe it or not. So we got one right there and one back there. So hopefully one of those will fit into our groove down there. And yeah, we still gotta do the clutch assembly. We gotta do the drive shaft. Gotta get the fluids in it, but hopefully we're getting to a point where we can at least maybe get this thing started today. That's our goal. All right, so I got the top power steering clamp on there. I also got the filter in, the gasket worked on the top. There's actually an inner gasket that is built into the filter. I should have showed you guys that. Maybe I can show you on the old one here. That gasket right there, this one's hard as a rock, but that's the one that the bolt threads up through. So we have a Wix filter that, yeah, fit right on there. Everything's good. New gasket in there. Well, I've been working on that. Kenny is down here. He's
Cussing at the transmission.
He's cussing. Yeah, cussing. I told him not to cuss because I was filming. But what he's got going on is he has got our hydraulic clutch. We had a little bit of a panic because we couldn't figure out how it mounted. So we went back through our videos. Sorry, I got you guys' elbow in there, but that bracket right there was up on the floorboard of the truck.
And we're trying to figure out where that mounted.
Yeah. So our old videos helped us. So old Big Bertha, she's fought us. but she's taunting us. She still is. We still got to get the drive shaft up. I already said that drain plug there. We just got to start adding fluids here. We're getting close, folks, hopefully. Okay, Ken just come up here and help me. We got that other fan pulley on. Just a word to the wise. We were fighting to try to get it over the little one when it was already on the two big ones. Put it over the little one, and the bottom one slid right over. We didn't even have to roll the motor over to get it over the big one. And I think it's because on this pulley they ride higher in the groove, and then that one gets down in there, so it was just harder to get over that little bit bigger lip. But got the coil wires hooked up. Look back at our videos, think that's correct. We're gonna go ahead, we got heater core hose, so we're gonna go ahead and plug in the heater core lines, get those run, get those made up. We don't know if there's a reason why he did that, like maybe the heater core is leaking, but we're about ready to find out because eventually we're gonna want heat in this. Then we're gonna do the radiator, get the radiator hoses hooked up, and just see if we can get this barked off tonight. Ken's got to get ready to go back to work, and he gets up early in the morning. So the drive shaft, I don't think it's gonna move today. We did get the clutch all lined back up. We got the spring on there.
Clutch works.
Yeah, clutch works. I worked the pedal. Ken was looking up the access hole. The access hole, not the ass set hole. But everything, pilot bearing or throw up bearing, everything looks like it's working good. So we're gonna just put her together and see if we can get her barked off. We do have to put fluid in both of these, the motor and the transmission. Okay, so we went ahead and ran the heater core hoses. Sorry about that. Not sure if that's the way they went, but that's the way we did it, around the back. We're just gonna test it. We'll see if that heater core is leaking. Got the fan on. Kenny's gonna work on
Put fluid in the power steering pump.
fluid and power
And getting
steering
that
pump,
pumped up.
oil. We gotta do the radiator. I'm gonna go down and add the gear lube to the transmission. Hopefully I can just reach up on the side and dump those in there. So we bought a new gallon. This is stuff that we've had laying around. We're gonna use this first. So got lucky here because if I come up around, I was able to dump in out of the quart. So that's a bonus. And just a little tip, we had a puppy and had some training pads, and puppy no longer needs them. Well, they actually work pretty good for little leaks. And yeah, that might come through a little bit, but they actually don't work too bad. So you got a couple puppy pads laying around that you don't know what to do with. There you go. Okay, Kenny is putting the last temporary bolt, not temporary bolt, but putting a bolt in the radiator. Got the radiator up. We're not worried about the grill right now. Kenny topped off the engine oil. I'm pretty sure he bled the power steering. The belts are on, fans on, lower radiator, upper radiator hose. I got gear lube down in the transmission. Took a little over 6 quarts. So that was a little bit of a surprise. I knew it was going to be 6 quarts or more. But I think the next thing is
Put some antifreeze in it.
put some antifreeze in it and
Try to fire it up.
fire it up. She's going to be loud because we
Oh,
don't
we gotta
have
put
the
the battery
exhaust.
in it.
Oh, we got to put a battery in it. Maybe I'll go grab that and start wiring that up. We're getting close. We'll get her to bark off, and then we will probably call it a day. And Kenny's schedule changes. Like we said earlier, today's Thursday. He can come back, or his next day off is Sunday now. So we'll hopefully finish her up then. Okay, we got the radiator topped off. Kenny's hooking up the battery. He already hooked them up. No smoke let out anywhere.
No
So
smoke signals.
we're just seconds away from hitting the key.
We have power.
All right,
I see.
Kenny's. Oh, we got power.
Got a light, a vacuum light.
Check and make sure it's in neutral. You don't want to go for a ride.
I already did that.
Okay. We have no exhaust on this, so if he bumps it over, it's gonna. Let's see if it even turns over first. Oh, she turned it over, folks. Do you want to give?
See if in that fuel filter, watch while I pump or crank it.
No. Nope.
It'll take a minute.
Yeah, but we can give it a squirt real quick.
Of just regular gas.
Yeah, just give me a second. So, folks, I got way entirely too much gas in there because Kenny's got some finagled contraption on his gas can. But I'm gonna stand back.
Do I
I'm
choke
scared.
it? Should I choke it?
Sure, why not? Give her more.
Give her more? Or should I leave it unchoked?
Just turn her over.
You don't sound like she's
Oh.
cranking fast enough.
It almost sounds like she's not firing either.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Nope.
Jumping. All right, everyone. Bertha fought us a little bit.
She taught us. She actually fighting us.
Yeah.
Could be our lack of knowledge as well. We didn't get it to bark off. We have I'm assuming a spark issue. I gotta bring a multimeter over. I don't even know if I got one of those spark inline lighter things, but we can test spark, but I'm pretty sure we're not getting spark, and it's probably the wiring from the coil to through the coil and everything. So we just didn't take really good. We got a video of it, and it kind of shows the wires, but it's just basic stuff, and we're not mechanics. So
Yeah.
there we go. We're learning.
And the electrical has always stumped me.
Yeah.
So-
except for car stereos, he does really good with
I
that.
can do car stereo stuff, but when it comes to the distributor and
It's just we and it's getting late. Kenny's got to get up early and go to work. I got some work to do tomorrow, so we're gonna
call the end of part 12
end of part 12.
and come in on.
Yeah, and today was a lot of running around for parts and stuff. So,
Yeah, so.
we didn't get a full day at it, but we're working on it.
Yep.
But anyhow,
Hopefully in the next few days, my next day is off. I got 2 more days of work and I get a day off. So hopefully we can get this thing to fire. Ray does a little research, brings his own meter over, his multimeter over.
And
That's better than the one I have, so.
yeah, we'll get her.
Yep, we will get her. So we're gonna say cheers,
Cheers,
everybody.
everybody.
Cheers, brother.
Till the next segment, give us a thumbs up,
Comment and subscribe.
That's a big one.
Yep.
We appreciate it. Notification bell reminds you of upcoming.
Videos.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. We really do appreciate it.